The Omaha City Councilman in Prison Orange. District 4 Representative Vinny Palermo jailed this afternoon in Saunders County and accused in a wide-ranging conspiracy of fraud and deception. A federal indictment charges Palermo and others for orchestrating a scheme to defraud taxpayers, donors to the Latino Peace Officers Association, and the charity sports program PACE. Good afternoon. I'm Bill Shammertz.
And I'm Quinicia Fraser. Over a period of years, Palermo, 2 retired police officers, and a 4th man allegedly took public money to finance trips, gambling, and personal expenses. In addition to Palermo, retired Captain Rich Gonzalez, retired Omaha police officer Johnny Palermo, and Jack Olson, also known as Cody Jones, faced multiple federal counts. Gonzalez was executive director of PACE until he resigned in January. A federal grand jury returned the indictments earlier this week. All 4 men are in custody. Vinny and Johnny Palermo are not related. Both men are charged with wire fraud and defrauding the people of Nebraska of honest services. Johnny Palermo also is accused of interfering with a sexual assault where Jack Olson was under investigation.
Vinny Palermo allegedly accepted trips to Las Vegas, Houston, and elsewhere, saying they were for conferences when he allegedly socialized with the co-defendants instead. Prosecutors say Palermo never disclosed the trips on financial statements, voted to approve funding for projects for the LPOA, and received discounts on work at his home. Rich Gonzalez, a retired Omaha police captain, faces multiple counts of wired fraud and conspiracy, accused with the others of using PACE and LPOA money for travel, drinks, and gambling on Keno at Omaha's Lemon Drop Inn. KETV News Watch 7's Alex McClune has reaction from the attorneys. Alex.
The attorney for Rich Gonzalez wouldn't tell us why the former PACE executive director resigned earlier this year, but he says he's been a great asset to Omaha. Defense attorney Steve Leffler says he's going over the indictment with his client today and that the community should, quote, keep an open mind about these allegations.
He has dedicated his life to the children of Omaha, to the underserved, to the community at large. I feel bad that the citizens of the city of Omaha who don't know Rich might get the wrong idea from this.
Vinny Palermo hasn't answered our calls today, so we don't yet know who may be representing him. Prominent attorney Dave Domina told us he will not be doing that because of a conflict of interest. His office wouldn't tell us what that is, but Palermo's position in public office is now on the line as he's already serving federal probation for failure to file federal tax returns. The mayor's office is calling for an immediate resignation, saying Palermo's violated the trust of his citizens in Omaha. Quinicia, back to you.
Alex, thank you. Now let's take you through some of the allegations listed in those 2 federal indictments.
First, the case against City Council member Vinny Palermo. The indictment outlines how federal prosecutors use wiretaps and text messages to build their case. After he was contacted by the FBI, Vinny Palermo called Johnny Palermo, concerned that his name was getting out. Vinny Palermo said, if one little trip has my name on it and a ticket was paid by you, they're going to say I should have claimed that. Johnny Palermo later says they needed to close ranks, quoting here, it made me look into the Jewish people and how they operate. They're like the mafia on top of the mafia. That's what we gotta be like. Vinny Palermo responds, quote, they always have been. That's why District 66 is so tight. They take care of each other.
Palermo is also accused of voting in favor of projects that benefited the LPOA and PACE without disclosing conflicts of interest or the benefits he received. In one case, he received a discount for concrete on his pool deck from a contractor doing business with the city. Palermo also is accused of not revealing he was on federal probation when he applied for a COVID relief loan for his tree service company.
Johnny Palermo abruptly retired as a police officer after agents searched his home in December. Rich Gonzalez retired as executive director of PACE soon after. Gonzalez is accused of hiring Jack Olson to raise money for the LPOA and for PACE, but they allegedly arranged for Olson to keep up to 80% of the money he collected. Prosecutors say the 2 spent a lot of PACE money at the Lemon Drop Inn, drinking and gambling on Keno in addition to trips. Olson also allegedly used LPOA funds to pay for sex services. Olson was working under the name Cody Jones. He was fired from the Omaha Police Officers Association after allegations of embezzlement surfaced. Gonzalez hired him after that.
Omaha Mayor Gene Stothert is calling on Vinnie Palermo to resign from the city council. In a statement, the mayor says Palermo has violated the trust of the citizens he was elected to represent, and he has damaged public confidence in the city council. She also thinks a review of all votes cast by Palermo over the last 6 years may need to be reviewed for potential conflicts. Stothert was not available for an interview today. Neither was City Council President Pete Festerson, who says the matter is of great concern. He assures Omaha citizens that the city council will continue to serve them as Palermo avails himself to due process. Police Chief Todd Schmaderer says he's appalled, but unfortunately not shocked by the content of the indictments. And he says there is the possibility more arrests will be made.